Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Victoria and welcome to Pembroke Beauty. So today we did this stunning fall look. As you guys can see, so warm, so smoky, so dramatic, and I'm feeling it. I used a brand new palette today. It just showed up yesterday and I'm so excited to show you guys my feelings about it. It is the Colourpop It's a Mood palette. Just a real quick sneak peek, that's what it looks like, and I can't wait for you to see my review. I compare it to a couple other palettes in my collection that are similar. I will let you guys know if it's worth the money, and I will show you how to get this makeup look. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. So I have my face makeup on already. So I have my concealer. I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I set my face with the Covergirl Clean Fresh Translucent Powder. I bronzed with the Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer in Seychelles. And I did my brows with the Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow in Medium. So that is where we are at. I do not have blush on yet because I wasn't sure what we're doing today, to be honest. Okay. As you probably saw in the intro of this video, I am trying out a new palette today. Brand spanking new. It just came in the mail yesterday. It is the Colourpop It's a Mood palette. This palette, you guys, is insane how beautiful it is. Okay. So this is the little unicarton box that came in, so it matches the palette exactly. This is the palette, this is the box, and on the back they look exactly the same too. So yeah, this palette is everything fall that I've ever wanted. I didn't even know that I needed it, but let me tell you, this palette is so gorgeous. Are you kidding? It has a whole row of green, a whole row of blue, purples, orange, berries, and then neutral tones. This is fall in a palette if I've ever seen it, and I can't get over it. This is so stunning. It's insane. So I literally just got this in yesterday and was immediately I have to use this right now. So that's what we're gonna do. Just a heads up, I'm probably going to use this a lot this coming fall, so just be prepared that if you don't see a look in the colors that you want today, certainly I will use them later. So before I started though, I wanted to compare this palette to a couple other palettes that I have that seem very similar just upon first thought, and show you them next to one another so that you can decide if you want this. So again, this is the It's a Mood Colourpop palette. I think it goes for $30 on their website, and I believe it is still in stock. I'm full-blown sweating right now. It was 70 here yesterday, and now it's 88 or something today. We're in false fall right now, and it's a little intense. And I'm sitting in front of lights, so it's extra hot. Okay. So the first palette that came to mind when I saw this palette actually was this palette from Morphe, and this is one of my beloved palettes. I know Morphe is kind of on the hate list right now. It's very controversial, and I understand why. I totally agree. However, this palette is everything, and I can't deny it. I've used it a ton on my channel, and I do love it. So this is the palette that I immediately thought of when I saw this. This is the Boss Mood palette from Morphe. So this is what this looks like, and then it has the greens, the oranges, and the purples in it, and this is that compared to the Colourpop palette. So I mean, I feel like they are similar. I don't think that they are identical by any means. I feel like this is a more overall cohesive usable palette, whereas this, it does lock you into only a certain amount of looks. I mean, you're not going to get one, you're not going to get a blue look. Two, you can't really do that much light neutral. You're going to go bold with this palette. But it is a stunning palette, and I do think that there are similarities. Do I think that you could have this palette and not have to get this palette? Probably, but I think, like I said, I don't think there's enough overlapping shades for you to be I can only have one exclusively, if that makes sense. So that was the first palette that came to mind. Then another Morphe palette came to mind, and it is this one. It is the 35V Stunning Vibes palette. So this one definitely is not so much similar. This is what it looks like here. Again, it is kind of reminiscent. It has the blues and the kind of plummy colors in here. But I don't think that they're that similar. Again, these were just ones that came to my mind. This does not have any greens in it. This does have some of the lightest tones, and it has the blues and the purples, but there's not really that many orangey shades. Again, I feel like they're not really dupes. Maybe like 2 or 3 rows of this is dupes in here, but not really so much. So yeah, so that is that palette. So again, I don't think, same with the other one, I don't think that you could only have one of these. I feel like you could have these ones together. And then the next one, the last one, is another Colourpop palette. This is the So Jaded palette, the Kathleen Lights Colourpop collaboration. So this is what this palette looks like. You guys know I've loved this palette for a long time, and this is it next to the It's a Mood palette, and there are some similar shades in here, but I don't think that they are mutually exclusive. Again, I don't think that there's that many overlapping shades. There are some that are similar, but I don't think that it is like if you had one you couldn't have the other one, if that makes sense. But there are some shades that are fairly similar. So yeah, I just wanted to show you those in comparison to this guy, since it is their newest palette, and I wanted to share some makeup info with you. So maybe, I mean, it's up to you, depending on what palettes you have out of those ones, or if you have another one that I don't have that I didn't compare it to, that are similar, you can decide whether or not this is worth your money or not. But to me, it is. I haven't used it yet, but just upon first glance. So I did a poll on my Instagram, and a lot of you guys kind of voted all over the place. I had some for green, I had some for blue, I had some for purple, and I had some for neutral. So I'm deciding what I want to do first. I've done blue recently, I did a green and purple look last time. So we're going neutrals and burgundies, and it is very fall vibes, and I'm here for it. So that's what we're going to do. I just zoomed you in. If you have not watched my Halloween home decor haul thing, then you would not have seen that my stunning backdrop, let's take it in, oh, so gorgeous, has been updated. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for your support on that video. I loved making it, and I do plan on making another one. So if you have not subscribed to watch that one, then go ahead and do it so you don't miss it, because it's very exciting. Okay, so let's have some strong fall makeup. It has been a long time since I've done like a warm, super warm fall makeup look. So that's what we're going to do. I'm in the mood for it. So we're going to be playing on this side of the palette today, this half. As you can see, this is like kind of a cooler, more green toned. This, they're like by rows. So this is kind of like a cooler, more green toned neutral column. This one is much more pinky burgundy berry. This one is warm neutrals. Then we got our purple row, our blue row, and our green row. So just a heads up, there are 3 shades in here. This shade right here called Stormy, this shade right here called New Moon, and this shade right here called Ritual, that are technically pressed glitters. So they are marked on the back, and you can tell in person. So if you're somebody who doesn't like that, there's only 3 in here upon, what, 30 shades or something like that. So I feel like that's not like a huge deal, if you ask me. Okay, so I'm going to start with Bonafide, and I'm going to use this. This is like a light neutral shade, and I'm just going to use this all along the lid to set my eye down a little bit. I don't have a strong idea of what I want to do, other than I want it to be fall-y and warm and berry orange delicious. Berry delicious. I'm going to go in now with Stay Close and Crave You. So this is like a very creamsicle shade, and then this is like a slightly deeper version of that. And I want to go in with these two together, and you can tell it's very warm. And I want to place that in my crease as well. I'm just going to kind of like blow this up and out. What is kind of crazy to me is there is no black shade in this palette, which is fine, because most people have a palette that has a black, like a matte black in it. But it is just kind of crazy to me. I just thought about it. Anyways, this is going on very well. It's very pigmented, as you can see, and it's blending out nicely. Very nice, very nice. Okay, great, great. I am sweating so hard. How have you all been? Are you busy doing fall activities? Has anybody done any like apple picking or anything yet? I don't even know if that's a thing. To me, I feel like apple picking is such a scam. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to go in with this like kind of fluffy paddly brush. And I want to go into this shade right here called It's a Rush. And it's a very like burnt orangey, stunning shade. Oh, so pretty. And I'm going to put that out on my outer corner. Wow, that's really pigmented. That's like a beautiful pumpkin shade. I'm just patting that on, and it's just slapping pigment on. Hopefully you can see. So yeah, I think apple picking is such a scam. Like, you go to the grocery store and you pay, I don't know, a couple dollars to get some apples, and I mean, they're fine, they taste fine. Even the organic ones, right? Or you could go to like a farmer's market and get them, right? Whereas if you go to an apple picking orchard place, you spend like 8 times the money to do all the work. I mean, I get it's an experience and it's like fall vibes and I love it and how fun and we're fall and it's an experience, whatever. And I get it, and I'm not judging you if you do it. I'm just saying that monetarily doesn't really make sense to me. Whoever came up with that idea is like, oh, you pay us to do the labor. That is like a win-win for everybody. And you guys love it. You eat it up. It's like your favorite thing, right? Same thing with like pumpkin patch picking. I had a whole thing on my TikTok about how I hate carving pumpkins, so if you're interested, you can go check that out on my TikTok. But I don't hate apple picking, I just think it's crazy, the scam of it all. Anyway, maybe I'm just a hater, and that's okay. But I feel like that is some food for thought there. Have you thought about that? That you're paying to do the labor? You pick all that? And then you gotta heave it around? And then you gotta take them home and wash them, too. Like, you know how many people walked through those orchards and touched all on that apple, and then you were like, oh yeah. I mean, granted, you did the same thing at the grocery store, but hey, I'm not paying out the hind hole for it. It's just me. If you're curious to know any more things that I hate, I have been making a huge list so that we can talk about it on my podcast. We're gonna be friends. I will link it right up there for you. Please go check it out. We have 2 episodes live right now. We're gonna work on a 3rd one very soon and post that. But it's me and my friend Sarah. We started a podcast, and it is so much fun. We talk about like everything under the sun, and we are planning to talk about things that we hate. I wouldn't say apple picking is one of them, but I do think it's a crazy scam that people fall for. But there's a ton of other things that we'll be talking about. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Fascination, because this burgundy, like berry lusciousness, is so pretty. Wow. And I want to go in with a small little brush. Small little brush. Because I don't want to get it everywhere. So I'm going to go with a little pencil brush. Yeah. This is what I want. A little pencil brush into Fascination, that burgundy. Wow, that's stunning. Okay. And I'm just going to place that out here as well. So yeah, if you guys have not already, you should go check out my podcast because I'm in love with it. I think it's very fun. We are available on Spotify. I'm working on getting us into Apple Podcasts right now, but we do have the visual version on YouTube as well. All of that will be linked in the description box if you need help finding, like, if you can't find us or whatever and you're struggling. Check it out down there. You can find us down there. What is your favorite Halloween movie? Do you have one? I'm just curious. I have a lot of favorite Halloween movies. That's like my time, my season to rewatch all the movies. Like, I'm not a huge movie rewatcher, but when it comes to Halloween, it's like I have to get them all in again, as if I haven't seen them 1.5 million times. Let me know if you guys do the same thing. I'm sweating so hard. So that's going on really nicely. It's very pigmented, like a little bit more than I wanted it to be, if I'm honest. So I'm going back in with that brush that we used to put that like really burnt orangey shade down, and I'm just using that to blend out the edges. I want to go in with this brush now. This like little paddle brush from Amore, back into that Fascination shade. And I just want to press that out here to get that pigment really on there, since we blended a lot of it away. I surprisingly don't have that much fallout either. I don't know how many of you guys are like young enough to be in school, but did you guys just start school? How's it going? How are your classes? What's the hips haps? What's your favorite class so far? Do you have one? Are you a teacher? Do you teach school? What grade do you teach? Did you like school growing up? Did you enjoy going back in like the fall? Did any of you guys actually go to like football games? Like, to me, that's so dreadful. Ugh, outdoor sports, man. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. I'm slightly inconvenienced by how cold it is. Yeah, no, not going out. Not going out. Don't want it. Thanks, but no. Okay, so I kind of want to go in. There's a couple shades that are really calling to me. I feel like this Surrender shade, but also this Surface shade. Like, look at that. And I feel like that with the orangey burgundy would be so pretty. But then there's this shade over here, Wanna Go, and it's like kind of a deep olive. You know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I think I want to. Okay. So I'm going to go in with this brush right here, and then maybe I can blend over top of that some of the other shades. Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay, so I have this like little Tarte brush, and I'm going to go into Wanna Go. This is like a deep green to brown duochrome. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it looks stunning, and I want to put that right on the lid right here. Wow, that's pretty. It has like a golden kind of duochrome to it too. I'm kind of just placing that on the center of the lid for now. Oh, that's really pretty. And it's surprisingly blending into that burgundy shade pretty well. We're going for center of the lid with this. And then we'll go back in with more burgundy to blend it out a little bit more. But this is looking really pretty. And this is going on so nice with even just a brush. Like a dry brush. Sometimes it really helps to put it on with like your finger. But I feel like even with this shade, I don't really need to do that. I'm bringing it up kind of high. And then we'll blend. So I got a new phone. Did you guys just hear that? I got a new phone. And I love it. I got the 21 Ultra or whatever. So nice. And, but they got rid of my text sound, so I had to pick a new one, and I thought that one was the funniest, so that's the one I picked. Alright, I think I want to go in with Surface right here, which is in the green row, and it has like a green, like a limey green to orangey duochrome, and I want to place that just inside of that. Wow, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that a little bit. Really blow that up in the inner corner. Oh, this is pretty. Here, I said I wasn't going to do green. Sucked me back in. Oh, but look at it. Oh, okay. Alright, now we go into blending mode. So I'm going to go back in with that little pencil brush, dip into a little bit of that purple fascination shade, and blend the edges of where we just put that darker green shimmer. Blend that in a little bit more. And blend it up a little bit. Alright, I want to pull this way out. We're going to get dramatic today, ladies. Dramatic. Okay, then I want to go back in with this little paddle brush into It's a Rush, that orangey, like, stunning pumpkin shade. Ugh. And I want to take that and really get that along the edges. I want it to be orangey up there. Orangey in here, too. And then we'll go back in and we'll refresh the greens a little bit. That orange with the burgundy with the green screams fall to me. So I'm going to wipe off this brush a little bit, get as like little pigment as possible on it. And then I want to go into a little bit of that very first shade, Bonafide, that we were in, and use that to kind of help me blend out the edges of the orange. I want to intensify those greens, so I'm just going to pop back in with those a little bit, specifically surface, a little bit on the inner corner there. Yay! Cool, 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 cool. Alright, so on to the lower lash. Now I'm like not sure what I want to do. Maybe I just want to get real smoky under there. This is a Luxie 141 mini round brush, and I'm just going to dip immediately into Fascination, that deep berry shade that we used on the outer corner. And I'm going to drag this from the outer corner up top to the inner corner of the lower lash. And we're going to use this brush to really drag this out and help give us shape out there. Yeah, because I want it to be dramatic. And then we'll use that shade a little bit in the outer corner up here to just reinforce in case anything got blended away. I want to take a fluffier brush, a still small one though. This is the Luxie 121 mini tapered brush. And I'm going to dip back into that It's a Rush shade, that burnt orangey shade, and I am going to make sure to tap that off and run this along here as well, because I do want this to be smoky. Okay, so this is not sold anymore, but I know that there's a ton of dupes for it. So this is the Colourpop and Hocus Pocus collaboration, the cream gel liner in Sistas. And it is like a metallic orange copper. So pretty. And I'm going to put that in my waterline. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Wow. I hope you guys can really see that, because that is like life-alteringly stunning. Okay, and then on the inner corner, last finishing touch, I think I want to go in with a little bit of Surrender, which is very pigmented, and Love Song, which is like a more kind of neutrally gold. And we're going to put that right in here. So we keep some of the green tones, but it's also gold. Okay, so I added a little bit of glitter. I just felt like I really wanted like a little pizzazz on there. So I just dipped my finger into this shade called Ritual here. It's super pretty, and I just tapped that onto my lid. And it looks really pretty. I like it. And then I set my face with the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I used the little half lashes from the Kiss, what are these? The number 11 lashes. If you guys ever wanted to know, this is like literally my favorite type of lash. Like the number 11s are my favorite. And then I used my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara to put on my lashes, and that's it. I didn't do any eyeliner because I don't know, didn't feel like it. So, we are here. I have to do my lips now, and I have a big decision to make. Do I want to go deep, match the fall theme, or do I want to go like nude and have like a smoky nude? Like, everybody always says, like, if you have a dramatic eye, you should have a nude lip, and if you have a nude lip, then you should, or like, you know, bold lip, then you should go like nuder eye, which I do understand and I respect. However, I don't think I want to do that. But I do want to have a glossy moment. Maybe I'll do, okay, I think I want to do this, maybe. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to use the Milani Stunning Amore Matte Lip Cream. This is a brown, and then I'm going to add reddish gloss on top. So pretty. I love this lip a lot. Then this is like so janky, but it's so pretty. I literally rubbed everything off of it. This is the Colourpop Luxe Lip Gloss in the shade Biscotti. You guys know I love this. Okay, so this is the finished look. I love it. I feel like that's an understatement. It has been a long time since I've done a look like this. I feel like, you know, maybe since like last year. I feel like a nice warm, chocolatey kind of fall, so warm. It's been a while, and I love how it turned out. I hope you guys did too. If you want to see more from me, definitely subscribe and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to see more out of this palette, please comment down below, and you can let me know what colors you want to see next. I think overall, I love this palette as much as I expected to. Truly, I feel like this palette was everything I wanted and more. I did try and like move around. Obviously I didn't use any of the blues and the purples today, but I did use some of the greens, oranges, berries, and a little bit of the cooler tones here. I did highlight my face. I don't know if I mentioned that. I highlighted my face with a mixture of Surrender and Love Song. No, Love Song and Reunion. And I feel like this is so pretty. Like, are you kidding? Anyway, love it. So yeah, if you want to see more from this palette, definitely comment down below and let me know so I can use it more. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, you should subscribe to my podcast channel. Go follow us there. We have an Instagram as well. And yeah, stay safe, make good choices. I will see you in my next video. Bye!